local and quickly rising filmmaker star, Stephen Taylor, who recently won the People's Choice Awards at the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival. They're both here to talk about their experiences and their motivations, etc.
You know the hardware of the road?
Yeah.
By Shallow Junction?
Upstairs, downstairs house.
Right. How do you think them get big so fast?
You had to feed it on time.
Otherwise, I will smoke it like.
You did it, man?
Nah, I can't do that. It find you.
Where up your man? I think I'm buck by G. I want a buck.
Black Carpets of just having won his first People's Choice Awards at the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival. Here to talk about his film Buck is Mr. Stephen Taylor. Boy, how much gal you want to damage? Boy, woo, good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you too.
The mic.
Oh, sorry.
I haven't seen you in weeks.
Well, yeah. You know, you're a busy guy.
Yeah, I know you've been really busy lately.
Yeah.
Congrats on your win. I'm sure it's an achievement for you.
Yeah, it is actually. And still soaking in. So people telling me that and congratulations and so on. But for me, I'm kind of in a reflective place right now. So thanks, but it's still all soaking in.
But I know you've had some travels and some experiences and some adventures. Is this your greatest achievement or your greatest adventure thus far? Or should I call Will Smith's name? I could just name drop in now.
Don't do that. Actually, for me, the reason why this is, and it was the first time when I spoke at the premiere, it was the first time I was nervous. Because for me, it is actually the point where, at 7 years old, I decided I wanted to be a special effects director.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the age of 7, I knew this is what I wanted to do. So for me, it was, now is this point where you work towards that. I studied the special effects, just finished you doing the degree directing, and here it is your first thesis film, makes its way into cinema, and the people vote for it, and you know.
That's fantastic.
Kashka came out as well.
Hey,
right?
Kashka!
And the people decided that they loved the film, and People's Choice Awards came out from it. We won.
What did you see at 7 years old that made you want to become a special effects?
Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park.
Oh my God!
And I was like, if this fella could dream about dinosaurs and bring it to the screen, we could dream about anything and do that as well. You know, we have a vivid oral culture.
Definitely,
so like,
definitely.
And that was it.
And speaking of which, your film is called Buck.
I
have a headache. So when I have a headache, I forget things.
Okay.
What's a buck again?
Well, in short, in Trinidad, we call a buck what Guyanese people call a baku.
I have a headache. And when I have a headache, I just forget these things. What's a baku again?
A baku is, generally speaking, so no Guyanese or any experts will come down my throat, it's supposed to be, the buck in Trinidad is supposed to be a short and a man spirit that once you feed it on time, it will grant you your wishes. Actually, it's linked when I was doing research because I interviewed elderly people from Guyana and all that, professors from university. When I was doing the research, it can actually be traced back to Smeagol in Lord of the Rings. Based on the description and so on, yeah, it can actually be traced back to that. So that's basically what the buck is. The buck emanates from, you know, in culture, people talk about that person up the road, you know, the house gets so big, they have a buck.
So the buck gives you riches in exchange for spirits? Or your soul?
Food. Yeah, but what happens is in most stories, it asks for more things, makes bigger demands, and that's when you start getting a little bit of trouble.
I see, but does it keep giving you as well?
Yeah, it gives you. It's like, you give it, let's say, simply speaking, you might give the buck a banana today. Tomorrow it might want a goat. Next week it might want a cow. You know, simply speaking. You know? And that's when the problems come into play, because you start getting your wealth, but the buck wants more.
I understand.
You know, so. That's
and at the end of it, the buck gets your soul. Actually,
it's not too much of a soul thing. It's it can, if you don't feed the buck on time, based on the research I did, it can actually wreak havoc on your household, on your family members. It can torture you. So simple things like you're sleeping in the night and you're hearing furniture moving, stones being thrown on your galvanized roof, stuff like that. The buck will torture your waist.
I'm not worried, I have a buck. What's wrong with you? Stop!
What is that though?
Oh gosh! How long did it take you to film this
2 weeks.
thesis?
2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Of course, filming you have challenges, but we made it happen within 2 weeks of filming every day.
And it's a 35 minutes.
35 minutes.
What are your greatest hopes? Photographers, what are your greatest hopes out of your achievements thus far? Where do you want to go next? Because you already met Will Smith, and you've already worked with Will Smith. I'm smiling. I don't know why I'm smiling.
That's an exciting moment as well. For me, that experience working here is ready to be like a previous guest. He talked about being able to work with the red camera, being able to have a bigger crew, being able to do what you really want. You wrote a script and being able to realize that. I think that's what I want to do. I haven't done the film yet that that 7-year-old guy, you know, that I really want to do and dreamt about. So I haven't reached that space because this was a thesis film, so it was still done under some constraints, deadlines, if it's a great group project and so on. So it's ready to make that film that is still in my head that would involve, you know, a song storyline, special effects.
How far away do you think TNT is from having the 200+ man sets with everything you could possibly need?
Probably 200 years.
You serious? Is that far away from it?
No, what happened is,
boy, I know that side all too well.
It's like, you see, sometimes it's almost as if we need to create the way we work, because I've been on sets where you have that 200-man set, you yourself, home again, and I've been on the small sets. I've even worked in Gaia, where we know how to make anything happen from anything. So I think we have to find a mid-ground where we recognize, okay, we work better this way. So it's more about people getting specialized, people understanding different areas of film, than a bunch of people just coming as enthusiasts and they know how to operate this camera and that. It kind of makes the thing spin in a circle, and they can't really rely on anybody, I think, as an expert in their field to give, you know, valid information about it. So I don't know if it's about numbers for us, or if it's just about a few members who actually take the craft and decide, you know what, I want to focus on cinematography, I want to focus on grip, I want to focus on that. Because you need a lot of people in our film. Mr. Crab is a short. If you see the credits rolling up behind it,
yeah, my God.
If you see the credits, post-production, this, that, location, scout casting. I think we need to sort of expand and let people know that film is not just about directors. At the end of that trailer, you saw a credit block. We have a lot of people that are real important in it. Do you know about that as well?
But I think like coming from Gaia, because we do everything, we have learned to diversify, and we are I would think Trinidad and Tobago has some of the most competent people generally.
Correct.
We could probably do anything with anyone.
But can we work as a team? That is our problem, I think.
Yeah, I understand.
And because we can do everything on our own, you really don't need anybody.
Exactly.
So that's why you would still see a lot of films. You see director, writer, this one, that one, and the name. But that person might just really be good as a writer. You know, so.
Well, we have a small to show your skills as a film director.
Please do.
We have a short scene from your movie Buck. What are we going to see here?
This is basically right after the setup. Odi just picked up some Guyanese guys. They left a bag in his car, and he's just discovered this mysterious character.
Buck. Let's check this out.
I'm nasty and simple as here, man. Shit!
Kill that thing, Marty! Kill it! I don't know who is, and I don't know what to do. And then it just Fear the king. I don't know what the king is. I ain't even see the king.
I don't care.
Because what's going on there? Are you talking to the man?
Check on the car.
There's a lot
Mystery,
of editing.
yeah.
So you have to format stuff to show it properly in the television, and we didn't do that. I apologize.
It's in my 943. What we gonna do? Adds a little more mystery to it, I guess.
I guess. Do you ever shoot? Well, I'm curious to see what the buck looks like in your film.
Smile? What? No, the thing is, the buck, from doing research and so on, the buck is really what you think it is. I have realized.
Absolutely,
Most people, yes, most people say it is short. Most people say it's like an old man. Some people say it's black. Some people say it's bald headed. It has like gray hair in the middle, red eyes. The buck is really what you think it is, and those who have eyes would see. So that's why I responded.
And just like all the other methodical creatures in TNT, everyone has a different
take on it.
perspective of what it looks like.
But I really didn't want it to be a monster though, because that's not how the story goes. It wasn't a Hollywood monster.
I would love to see you, Steven Taylor, create a buck.
You know I would love. Actually, that's what I wanted to do with this film. But
That would be the full length. That would be in the full length film.
Buck one.
Buck.
You sure?
Positive. You make me look worse than I already do. That came out wrong. You make me look, like a monster.
Alright, so buck casting over.
Fun. Boom.
Mash
up. Done.
Prosthetics. I can't wait. That's what actually this year is where I want to be able to do that film. That film with the prosthetics and the animatronics and combine the talents and the storyline. That this year is when I want to do that. Coming. 2013.
I hope you can stay with me for a while.
I will.
Coming up next, we have the old time clip of the week. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. It's time for the old time clip of the week.
Let's do it.
Now the world don't move to the beat of this one drum.
Yeah. So, this show, The Big Bang Theory, it's about 3 or 4 years old, 5 years old, 6, 7.
I know it's a big hype on it though.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant script. They're brilliant script
I feel
writers
like
on
the
that show.
newsroom now. That real bad. Anybody looking at the newsroom?
That's a show?
Yeah. The series. You know about the newsroom?
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Bad.
Never heard of it. It's new. This is the old time clip of the week.
Sorry.
So check the scene out. These are bloopers from The Big Bang Theory season 4. Just some scenes from The Big Bang Theory, which is created and produced by, and written and produced, by Chuck Lorre of 2.5 Men. It still has its season currently going on network television across the states. Stephen,
It's so greasy.
what annoys you most about the film company? Industry.
That's funny.
Film industry.
What annoys me about generally, locally, what internationally?
Locally.
Okay. I think what happens.
Don't hold back, huh?
Okay.
Because there's real talking just now.
During the break, right?
During the break.
You get me wild. The alignment of talent and resources. I don't know
Meaning?
how it's do that. In terms of, alright, in one hand or on one hand rather, a lot of people have equipment. On one hand, a lot of people have a lot of talent. On one hand, have people in the middle. But yet, I don't think we've gotten that nice alignment of talent, resources, and everything going on there. And primarily because we are growing, a growing industry. So I'm just waiting for that to kind of happen to make the playing field even for a lot of people. Because one thing we talked about, which might be a good idea, is we have some kind of exercise or some competition or something where we have equipment for everybody. HMIs, this, that,
Exactly.
red, and so on.
Right.
And then we invite filmmakers to come in, and we all use the same material.
Understand.
And then at least from there, we can kind of level the playing field and get everybody involved, because film is expensive. You know what I mean? And
Do you see any verbal lack of appreciation during this festival? Because I did hear about a particular film director who went upon the podium and was talking about how unhappy he was. Well, I don't know his words. I just got the impression that he was very unhappy with his cast and his crew. And so I don't know exactly what was said.
I wasn't there either.
No, but you heard about it.
Just now.
Is there a lot of that in the industry?
You see, this is just my personal views. We still haven't had since 1974 BIM, 1974. That film, that breakthrough film, that
right.
Ooh, this Trini do that on the world stage internationally. We don't have that yet. So I think that a lot of people are still fighting for this breakthrough film. And what happens is instead of kind of looking at yourself and recognizing that you have a lot to go to develop yourself, because we're pioneering something,
right.
we look at all kind of external factors. Sometimes it might be, well, because we acted is poor, or I didn't have that camera.
Right.
And directors need to look at this stuff as well, because there's casting. So before you have that person on screen, you need to, make sure that they could work and stop trying to copy.
Exactly.
Create your own thing, make your mistakes. So I think that happens as well. A lot of people tend to point fingers. One of the things with Buck, people came together. They liked the product, they worked together. Errol Blood Roberts was there, Errol Sitahal, Leela Sitahal, Karina from UE. Nalini, a lot of these people came together for reality. Ian, Allen and all, he came together. Came together, whatever. And being able to harness everybody,
all of these talents together and make them work together.
Yeah, it's something that you do just slap a big time.
Well, that's attributed to you being a good director.
I hope so.
Stephen Taylor, it was a pleasure. Thank you for coming on. I hope we also can order you on Flow On Demand. Buck?
I think that's still being negotiated. Yes.
Ask for $1 million.
TT?
What? Yes, TT. We ain't got no US. Is it Trinidad? Right?
Then they had US prices.
You want me to quote stuff in US dollars?
It's about time, we think.
No, we are Trinidad and Tobago. Let's quote in TT dollars.
Alright, TT dollars. So that's
so the
6 to
that last 8 seconds.
8. So when you gonna start directing, Reagan?
When
Big
I'm ready.
Project.
When I'm ready.
Coming
up next, guys.
Reagan is very good at directing, as we've seen.
Coming up next, James Saunders, sports personalities here. Let's talk about some sports. Stay tuned, right back.
Thanks for having me, guys.